good evening. Beautiful Tuesday evening. Hope everybody's well. Christmas time's a coming. Christmas time's coming. Christmas time's coming. I know it won't be long. It ain't gonna be long in church. It's gonna be about a week. See, today's Tuesday. Christmas is a week from Thursday, so it's closing in. Hope everybody's doing well and having a good time walking out the traffic. Everybody's shopping and out for Christmas. And it's been cold here in North Carolina. Now these folks up north, I know they got a reason to be cold because they're up north. But yesterday morning when we woke up, it was 11 degrees here in the Triad. That's chilly willy. All right. Glad you're here today. What a friend. Jesus. You know, that's just a great old hymn book song. And we sing, I've been singing for a year or two, an old Dottie Rambo song, If That Isn't Love. The Bible says that a man must show himself friendly to have friends. But it says there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. His name is Jesus. And Jesus said in the book of John, John's quoted Jesus, the greater love than this that greater love than this than no man that would lay down his life for his friends. And I was listening to Kent Christmas Sunday morning and during their Christmas program, and he was talking about giving and gifts and greater love. You know, we give gifts because we love it. No greater love was given at Christmas time, or when Jesus came to this earth. He came as a gift, a real love gift. He showed how much he loved us in his son. So the Christmas season is good. I'm kind of humbug when it comes to all the Christmas lights and decorations. They're pretty. I mean, we got to put Linda put up a real pretty tree this year and decorated. But the holiday shopping deal and all that, I just let that go by. But Christmas has a real meaning of a born Savior that came and died, and not long after they came here, he's only 33 and a half years, died that we could have life and life everlasting. And great thing come. Well, I'm going to play a couple of Christmas songs. I don't know if I'll be here next week. I'll be in that Christmas spirit or Christmas mode, I guess. We're going to split it up in 2 weeks with the kids. Now the grandson's got granddaughters. We got granddaughters. Everybody's got families, and you have to work schedules and make everything work for everybody. And so we're going to spend part of Christmas next week, and then the rest of it Christmas. And so, but we'll get it all together. And so here's a good old. This is good year round. It's a Christmas song. My key, I've been. Beautiful Star of Bethlehem. I don't know who sang that. That's one track that I didn't make. I make all my own tracks and do my own music, but that's one that I don't know where I got it, but it's a borrowed track, and it's a good one. I think Linda can sing that song in that key. I think we might have done that before. One year, several years we did Christmas programs, or Christmas things around the country. I remember one year in Louisiana, had a big time down there. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, we had a great time down in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and he said, "Don't come without Santa Claus." So we took Santa Claus and went. Well, let me see if we're on here. We probably are. And get out of the marketplace. I don't want to look at trailers and trucks and buses. Let's see. Let's find a home page here. Do a search for Beatenbo. There he is, and I see red lines around. That means that we are streaming. Well, good. Hey, Jack White, how you doing today, sir? Hope you're well. There's Paul Duncan and Jamie McAlwine. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Jamie. Hey, sweet grandbaby, let me ask you a question. You might can text me back. You want me to play the video of the song last night, or you want to just wait till some other time for your debut? That's pretty cool. You're a Kentucky wild girl. That's what you are. You're a mess, girl. I love you so much. See you Saturday. Won't be long here. Paul Duncan, good to see you, man. I always appreciate you coming by. There's Sharon Ostrander. She's married to the one and only Big Mo. Mo's a good old guy. There's a lot to him. Good old Mo, Big Mo. Jim Lowe, Merry Christmas over there your way. Hope the Lowe family's doing well. Linda Moore, hey, Rev Beatenbo. Yeah, Sister Linda, I got ordained. That's an official ordained in 1993. Shrewsbury, it was a long time ago. Been ordained. It's my buddy Dempsey Howard. I hope you got over that wedding. I watched that video and all this stuff. That's pretty cool, man. And I got tickled. Ryan, he was holding his hand. His hands were shaking, man. I told Linda, I said, Ryan's nervous. He's probably got over that now. She's probably got him calmed down, settled down now, enjoying old married life. Glad for him, really glad for him. Ken Loring, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Hope all is well. And Linda's watching from the sofa. She had an eye real quick. It didn't take him long. She had a laser surgery. I don't know what she told me, but sometimes she tells me things and I hear them, but I forget. It's two things. You either hear it, you don't hear it, or you hear it and you forget it. One of the two. And but she had LASIK surgery on one of her eyes today to correct something. And once they got her in there on the chair, it didn't take about 15 minutes. And so she's laying low this evening. There's a lot going on. I tell you, I wasn't here last week. I thought, well, I'll just rest. There's a new adventure every time. I've been going to this orthopedic doctor, and I've shared with you the thing about the arthritis. They said both knees were shot. When I was 17 years old, I was going downtown Atlanta, right in the middle of Monday morning traffic, in a 54 Ford. I was in the left-hand lane where the old Grady Hospital still is, Grady Curve. And I went sound asleep at the steering wheel. And it was 4 lanes down there then. They tore all that bit, but there was a bridge there. I went across 4 lanes straight. I straightened that curve out and went up into the bottom of the bridge where the bridge comes across and the concrete goes up. I wedged that 54 Ford up and peeled the top all the way back to the deck lid. And I was just sitting there in the seat in the air. And when I was looking at the wrecked car, they had 2 places in the bottom of the dash that was like wasn't quite as big as a cupcake, like a half orange or apple that my knees had, that dash and my knees had connected. And so it's always been hard for me to get down on my knees and work without some kind of padding or something. But the doctor said a few months ago, the same old thing. The other ones said that your knees are shot, you need replacement. And at 78 years old, I'm not looking to get into body parts replaced. Said both shoulders needed replacing. That rotator cuffs was torn on both sides. They're full of inflammation, arthritis. I got arthritis in 100% of the body. So I don't, tell my problems, but it goes with getting old. And I'm doing my share of getting old. But the ortho doctor told me, he said, I need to do an MRI. He said, to check your spine. He said, you might have a thing called spinal stenosis. He said, that's where the round part of your spine does not get round. It gets out of shape. It could cause a nerve pinch. It could cause a lot of problem with your legs, the backs of your legs, the calves of your legs, even down to your feet and ankles, your hips, which is beginning to give a lot of trouble. And I said, okay. So they did the MRI about 2 months ago. And I don't know why, but they're slow to get everything together. But when I went back, he said, I need to get a specialist to look at this MRI. I thought, well, what's going on here? And so last week I went, and he said, you have a number 2, 4, whatever, 2 and 4, 5, that's supposed to be round, that's triangular. And he said, that doesn't work. And he said, it's a real simple process. I said, well, I'm not looking for surgeries and take body parts out and lay them on the table. He said, no, nothing like that. He said, we go into your back and your spine and make a small incision and go in there and straighten that up and smooth it out and get the shape it's supposed to be, make sure there's no nerves. So it's short outpatient, really. I said, okay. And so I've gone all this week. All of a sudden they called and said they're trying to get it done before the end of the year, before the insurance changes over, before Medicare changes over and I have a deductible or something. So anyway, December the 26th, the day after Christmas, I'm going in for that spinal procedure. And maybe that'll take some of the pain. I've had radiation treatments on the knees. Low-dose radiation killed the inflammation. It has helped some. And they said it can help on these shoulders, so they're going to try that. So we're just trying a bunch of things, just spending the government's money, Medicare, just going and coming. We spend all our time now. We don't have to put a lot of miles on the car because the doctor's offices are right around the corner. Now, I did have to run over 14 miles to Winston-Salem this morning. But anyway, that's where we're at. And having procedures and running doctors, but I'm looking forward to spring getting here already. I'm not much on cold weather or real hot weather. And if the Lord permits and we can get some of these bones straightened out, we're going to tour again a little bit in the spring. This is year number 65. I'm not saying I'm going to go for 70 years. I will not say that. But I'm going to go as long as I can. When I can't, I can't. That's when I'll quit. Last week, I played a Christmas song. And totally butchered it. I sounded like I had just got a guitar last week and learned one chord. And that's all I knew. And what happened? And another thing, my hearing that I've lost, and my hearing loss is not from old age. I'm talking a lot tonight, but I remember many years ago we'd be in a recording studio with Wendy back in the old days, and Jan and I would be talking about frequencies and hearing this, and they turn a tone on. She said, "Can you hear that?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, I can hear it. It's so high pitch, I can hear that." And so I started seeing my hearing going down 50 years ago. And it's not been a fast thing. It's been very, very gradual. Some days, some years you can't tell the difference. Last year to this year, there was no difference. But my ear canals are abnormally small. Instead of a round ear canal, it's just a little narrow slither. And so I can't get earbuds. I can't get Apple iPods or those things that stick in your ears. I can't get them out of my ears. And I got these inner monitors that are the smallest that I can get. And the little things that go over inside the ears. You see all the time, if you watch this program, you see me pushing them back in so I can hear the bass guitar. And they begin, as you play, the vibration from them, they float out. And I got about through the first verse of this song, and I lost I barely could hear the track. And I couldn't tell what key I was in most of the time. And I just sat there and kind of looked at this thing like a dummy. And so I've got it plugged in. And I'm going to give it a shot and just see what happens. Walking in a winter wonderland. Goes something like that. In the winter, we can build a snowman. No, we don't build snowmans. I'm going to play another secular Christmas song, and I call this a fake song. You know, like fake news, because I'm playing the song because it's pretty. Because I don't believe this and I don't want this. That's in the key of C. Because I'm certainly not dreaming of a white Christmas. white Christmas. I'm dreaming about one for you guys. It's supposed to be warm, I think. Warm back up by then. It was cold last night also. Well, the Christmas season. I think this is probably one of the most beautiful Christmas songs that this has been around for a long time. Oh, holy night. What's a beautiful song. Well, that was the night, wasn't it? When the angels came to see the newborn king. Well, it's been about 30 minutes here, and I'll play one more old standard Christmas song and get out of here and back to the recliner. Like I say, we probably won't see you again until after Christmas. And tomorrow, next Tuesday will be Christmas week. 2 days before we'll be with family. And so the surgery is the day after Christmas. So between Christmas and New Year's, I'll see how I feel from Friday to Tuesday. Probably be okay. We'll see how it goes in the first Tuesday of the year. But I pray that y'all have a blessed, wonderful Christmas with family. Enjoy that time. Be thankful. We just got You know, it's amazing. We go through Thanksgiving, then Christmas. We should go to Christmas and then Thanksgiving because we need to show all of our thanks for everything that God does for us, that He's done for us through the holidays and what these holidays mean, the birth of a risen Savior, the greatest gift of all, a gift to you and me, Jesus Christ, on a beautiful, beautiful night. I see y'all whenever in a few weeks. God bless you.